No one.
And it's a great TV show. Have you seen it on Netflix?
I have not.
Actually, pretty dope.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but I can't believe it is so unpopulated. And again, look at Lumberfall. Only 2 players there. This at 7, 8, 9, 10, no one is going to drop in the clearly high traffic areas because they actually, as a result of that, will not be high traffic areas because no one's going to drop there. It's kind of like...
It's the mind game.
It's the mind game that ends up working in the favor of those who do drop there. They want a lonely Lumberfall experience. Kefri, though, in what I believe is either...
Towards the
5th
Autumn
place.
Fields.
Yeah, very close in Autumn Fields, looking to have a big game this time, Ryan, and maybe usurp first.
These are a lot of barns around here, and Kefri has already shown that he's got a proclivity to taking fights in this area. Already a good shot onto Mira. XQC doing what he can. XQC has been pretty quiet thus far. This would be a real good way to upset the balance. Simply High has already been chicken.
And this is the problem here because they have multiple teams joining in on this fight. Mira and XQC aren't the only ones. It looks like it may be an early exit, but Kefri doubles down, gets both. XQC, you later.
That was incredible, but there's not a lot of time to pat yourself on the back because 21 is coming in. That's Prince Danny and Camille's. They'll hear the chicken. Simply High gets the res off and immediately gets put back down into chicken form. No res for him this time, most likely. But Kefri's still alive. If he was another 2v1 Ev, you're solo casting, homie. I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. You're walking out. And they see him. That's so important because Kefri's so good at holding it down and basically running away once Simply High has a bad round, which has happened multiple times. Camille's and Prince Danny know there's someone else, and they know who it is because they know the partner's name, and they know exactly where he is, the leaderboard. So a win here would help shift the score positively for everyone, and they know he's in the house. Danny taking a nice angle.
Good angles.
Camille's going, and the proximity mine just off the mark, but this flare is going to mean that he knows exactly where Kefri is, but he rolls away, and he's going to allow the blink. He's going to allow maybe the corner now. Proximity mine has to show up, and Danny's got to play this a little bit safer than he did.
Oh, Kefri goes down. This team is going to take a big positive score off that.
Big.
That's not what you want. This was the team in 4th place. They'd been on a roll, I think 3 or 4 negative rounds in a row for them. I believe it was 3 negative rounds in a row coming into this round 8. This will be a rough blemish on their mark.
Now remember, the top place is around 16, 19, 20, right? They're going to go from 30 points to 50 points off of that. So now, you know, the gap was maybe 20 points. Now, obviously, it's about 40. So they have to have a good couple of rounds. But again, this is round 8, so still 9 and 10. And my saying is that 2 rounds can change the leaderboard significantly. You can go from 8th to 1st in 2 rounds if you win those rounds. So still hope for the winners of yesterday's 10K tournament. Meanwhile, over in Fungal Forest, Ryan, Diz and Michael forging up.
This has been kind of a trend. Go towards a major area with a forge and enjoy your free armor. Get your armor here, your class abilities, whatever you need, because no one is really dropping in these areas, though. Looks like Buddha is lurking.
Is he, like, floating as well?
He's the Buddha.
True enlightenment.
It's true.
Nirvana has been reached, and I now float over mushrooms.
It's up there. He's conversing with this butterfly?
This butterfly god. When you get that enlightened, you realize that the gods are really just the butterflies.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I'm not ready to...
I'm not ready for that right now, either.
Come on, man. I'm trying to focus on Michael using that extra bit of HP 5 from his passive as a warrior and as a passive from that legendary armor piece, the chest piece that he has. Buddha might be knocked out of that meditation soon as he's down to about half HP, but not particularly easy for Michael or Diz to get up there. Diz going to have the much easier time having access to that mage class ability of Sword.
Michael with a healing potion as well. We're going to translate to a fight that should pique some interest. Courage versus Summit and JoshOG. Courage in a corner. Josh, Summit half dead to rights. Courage would do well to try to find a way out of this room or get some support. And Simp says, hey, I got at least half of that for you. Summit finds the Dubleoon and takes them both down. Simp and Courage will go down.
Josh was 1 burst away from falling to Simp's burst rifle, but that was really close. Big play from Summit to get there at the right time, and he finds the cleanup kill onto Courage. Will be able to forge it up now in the Valley. Not a lot of shards to their name, though. Summit sitting at 120. I don't think he's going to have enough to get that sniper. Remember, you need max shards. That's 200. plus 2 chicken trophies, and he only has 1. So Summit already has a lot of legendary armor pieces, can continue to get those, maybe get a legendary class ability or 2, but it's not going to be possible for him to pick up that sniper yet.
4 limbs, though, heading into this one, I mean, is a really good start, especially since there's so many players still alive. If you can make it out into the top 20 with 4 E-limbs, you are looking at potentially one of those 15 bombs if you keep it on going. I said the gods were butterflies, but clearly not butter butts.
No.
Hafu not having the best of moments there, but Dog trying to make it out with as much as he can. Sony and Overpowered in first, so trying to get more eliminations to their name. They don't know how the end of the round is going to go, but every elim is going to take a point off of their score and help them out to stay in that position.
2 already to their name, eliminating Dog and Hafu right there. So Forge nearby, near Northport, and looks like they've got that all to themselves. And I don't know that anyone landed there either, Evan, so that might just be a ton of uncovered loot, or a true gold mine now for the team that's already in first place.
It is, and I think this is what makes Northport so special, is that it is one of the only places that's usually uncontested and just a monster truckload of loot. And that just is helpful when you haven't gotten into as many fights as you want. Sony and Overpowered know that they're playing this a little safer. They're in first. They're not going to do anything aggressive. So Northport is the most ideal location for them to go to. Now, checking back in on Summit and Shroud, it's JoshOG here. Fighting in first, Summit hiding around, and Josh has his bow, so JoshOG getting low, and Summit maybe having to push
Shroud
this if he wants to win it.
Trying to hold that corner. Barricade comes back up for JoshOG as he'll peek around. Shroud has that epic AR right now, so
nice withdrawal.
These close encounters could favor him. Headshot onto Josh. Nearly got that chicken, and Summit is next on the list. Ghost Walk will buy him a moment for
nice blink.
He tries to go back in. Love that idea from Summit. You have to take risks in a situation like that where you look like you're dead to rights as it is. It ends up not working out, but I appreciate the mindset. Josh was indeed chickened off that headshot from Shroud, excuse me.
Yeah.
As JoshOG finally does track him down and get that kill.
What an unfortunate form of events. And I got to say that I don't agree with how they took that fight, although, mad effort, mad props, a different day, maybe a different outcome. But when you have a hunter who has a withdrawal in a small area like that, it's not very stealthy as to where they're going to go. Like, there's only one angle to shoot you. Plus, really, the survivability was to Summit, who had the Ghost Walk potential and the blink. He can not only displace himself, he can just be invulnerable. And that's something that Josh couldn't have done in the Hunter form. I would have rather seen Summit blink in, and if things got bad, Ghost Walk away, and then Josh show up, versus Josh proving his bait, running away, and leaving Summit in a 2v1.
Well, Ninja is the bait here. He jumps down and uses that firebomb damage right away.
Oh, man.
Onto the top floor here. That mage never gets a chance to soar away. Chappie low. Ninja now has to worry about an extra team coming in, I think. That's not exactly who they were fighting right away.
And it's Team 20. And there's also Team 4 and Team 9 hearing the shots and approaching in this area close to the Badlands, just a bit up Fungal Forest, and of course the Forbidden Swamp. This little outpost here is going to find Chappie, Ninja, Forsen, and Koa in the immediate aggression, but there is a team, like I said, Team 9 approaching stealthily and aggressively to engage.
Ninja and Chappie do have the advantage of
Safran
having the house, so they can just wait it out as they will just hear what's going on the outside. Let Forsen and Koa take care of Team 9 as best they can. Again, Ninja also playing this engineer. This is the style of play that engineers really excel at, holding buildings, keeping areas secure.
And look at this, 4 elims. I mean, a win here. If they take these 2 teams out, because these are 2 front runners to potentially win this this tournament and also win this game. If they take them out, that's 4 big elims. That is 4 big competitors that will not be competitors anymore. He needs this one under the friend, though. He's got to finish him off. The chicken doesn't get away this time. Ninja is eating a lot of protein for dinner. Round 8, and a big kill on the TSM here. And DeFran
falls as well. Chappie right there is Forsen and Koa. They were here first, right after Ninja and Chappie arrived, but already their aggressors ended up falling, and DeFran and
big.
Adelaide. And I don't know that Forsen and Koa want to keep this going, because Chappie and Ninja really didn't take any damage whatsoever that they have to worry about.
And what's so big about that, Ryan, is the fact that they like you said, didn't take any damage, but also the fact that they were able to get both eliminations. Forsen and Koa couldn't sneak one of those. That really, really helps them. And they eliminate a full team. They don't leave one team alive, so they immediately make their placing better, and they grab 2 elims. And now Forsen takes a big shot. I think Ninja knows it. Does he push it here? He has had a couple of aggressive moments that haven't worked out. Seems like he's going to heal up, and maybe they'll push. Maybe he's going to send Chappie to find an angle, and I think that's what they're going to do, Ryan. Now,
Ninja does have that legendary firebomb, so that's a ton of damage in a short area without a lot of cooldown to worry about either. So I wouldn't mind Ninja and Chappie getting closer, but not necessarily entering Forsen's building right now. Chappie also has that legendary concussion bomb, and what do you know? Ninja and Chappie's reward, the Realm gods smile upon them, and drop a chest for the winner of this skirmish.
The Realm flies, the butterflies of the Realm, the true gods of us all have dropped the treasure chest because they feel that that was a decent example of how to fly. Ninja hitting his forehead a little bit on the upper balcony, but not quite worried about that simply because of the fact that he's got a couple elims, he's still alive, it's a top 23 situation, and he knows exactly where another pair is. The thing is, he doesn't know who that is. Koa and Forsen very aware that this is Ninja and Chappie, though, which is why they're not playing very aggressive. Also because he's an engineer in a building.
Tough to siege against. Now, no barricade and no turret, and we'll check back in on that little skirmish later on. Is the circle already getting closer, and it's actually closing around that exact area, so no need to move, but need to move for Space Lion and Void. These two, your last victors.
Are you kidding me?
Anyone home?
I mean, this is, you say Three's company. I think Four's company, Ryan. Michael and Diz run into Void and Space Lion, or maybe the opposite way around, and engage in a fight in close quarters.
Not the best opportunity to use a slug rifle, though Space Lion does have that epic shotgun. Not really favored right now, but surprise, not alone in this house, because here comes Shroud.
Jitobo and him peppering with a couple of slug rifle pellets. Michael trying to run away. Oh, but the hunter becomes the hunted. Jitobo and Shroud cleaning it up. We talked about them being like street sweepers in fights, and they just do it so often. They come in at the last second. I mean, what is this going to be? 3, 4 kills for them? Finally, we see Chappie and Ninja siege and pick up another 2 kills. So it is looking like the big narrative of this game is a 7 elim game thus far from Ninja and Chappie, who are both alive, and Jitobo and Shroud in a top 3 in the leaderboard situation, looking to press that advantage more.
And Chappie and Ninja have all the shards in the world. They're both stacked to the teeth in chicken trophies and whatever. They got another drop. Come on. As this is really the spot to be right now, but no forge around for them to really take advantage of these shards. Instead, they really need some armor potions or something. Chappie's running low, only 2 left in the tank.
Yeah, that is important, actually. They're going to have to figure that out. Maybe Koa has some, who's hiding behind a rock right next to them, and I think they know it. But will Koa be able to make it out alive? He's done such a good job of doing that prior in these rounds, and of course in yesterday's 10K. And it seems like Chappie does not want to let him, or at least maybe not sure where Koa went. Koa might have actually, and I think that's his silhouette right up there, probably left. Incon and Lasses, 2 players who have done a great job this tournament. In 5th, definitely in the prize money. Very close with a big game, moving into 3rd, 2nd, or 1st, and they already have 2 elims.
Remember, you don't have to place in the top 3 like you did yesterday for the 10K Invitational. Believe the top 8
make money.
Make some money. So in the money indeed for these 2 so far, though. Big difference between 7th place prizing and the 50 Gs that are going the way of 1st.
And you know what? 5th through 8th all get 1250. So once you get to 4th, that's when you start making considerably more money. And so that's where they want to be. And 3rd place, I believe, is that maybe $10,000, I'm sure.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too, buddy. As Sony and Lassus looking to fight Shroud Jitobo, and they've got, guess what? The fog to their favor, and Lassus just going to give him a shoulder bump as well. Lassus is a big guy in real life, and he just wants to make sure that he's not going to get bullied around by Shroud, physically or in Realm Royale.
That's huge, but Team 2 coming up on Incon and Lassus. They're healing up over the ridge. Comes Sony and overpowered. The cavalry is here, but good shot from Incon and Last to immediately put them on the defensive.
Last is playing out of his mind, hits the net shot, and gives Incon a chance. That's what you need. Incon, I think, is going to run away. He doesn't have much health. I would have rather maybe seen a full commit there, try to chicken overpowered.
Man, I don't know. He's so low, though. I don't think he can with how low HP he has. That's just an unfortunate situation where the circle kind of worked against you there.
Yeah.
Incon and Last have a tough tooth and nails fight up against Shroud. and Jatobo, and they come out on top, and their reward, immediately meeting the first place team as they come and poach.
That is a bummer, and it would have been a big kill for them as well in the entire lobby. And look at Koa. He's so good at doing this. Ninja and Chappie haven't quite found him yet, but they're close. Trying to finish off what they started.
This were red light, green light.
Red light, green
they're
light,
getting real close. Hot and cold, maybe.
Exactly.
Warmer. Red hot.
Warmer.
Red hot.
Red hot. Oh, God. And there's the firebomb as well. Certainly red hot as Koa as he jumps away, and everyone is going to be wanting to poach this kill because they hear them, and it's in a very aggressive and open location. Another Badlands game, Ryan, but Ninja as the engineer in this house is going to be significantly, I think, given an advantage.
No barricade for him yet, I believe, but still has that legendary firebomb. Chappie has that, crossbow.
Nice barricade.
Barricade was there, so Ninja did pick it up, and it automatically pays off for him very quickly.
And you know what? Prince Danny and Grimmmz are also alive. Both of them are alive. This is the first time we've seen that. Overpowered and Sony and Ninja, of course, and Chappie. This is going to be the big one. Overpowered and Chappie having their own little duo. And of course, the barricade from Ninja. The clutch plays this round continue as the team that had taken 2 big L's over the last 2 rounds, closing in on a top 7 and maybe a win.
Overpowered, goes in, gets knocked in a little bit further than he really wanted, but Ghostwalk was there to save his life. Now, these 2 teams know that they don't have a lot of time for this to happen because only 8 players remain, and that fog's coming quickly, just 45 seconds before it reaches the circle's edge.
Now, Ninja is out of armor potions. Chappie has a few, but Ninja will passively regen armor, but not very fast, not enough to make a difference in this fight. So he's going to have to either fight a little bit less, throws the barricade up, forces the Ghost Walk and the leap. And now maybe you got to be thinking it's time to push this. Chappie and Ninja say no, we have to make sure we just hold our ground. This is where we have the advantage. Chappie and Overpowered and Sony are outside,
yeah,
so
this is smart.
I like this.
I like it too, and Sony and Overpowered realize that, well, just like I was saying, that fog's coming in. They don't have a ton of time, so they will take to a building of their own, but I don't know how safe they are there, but they couldn't afford to stay out in the open much longer.
And I see why. Ninja's running with a potion launcher and a shotgun. Like, he has, actually, no.
Slug rifle and a shotgun.
Slug rifle and a shotgun. So, obviously, having the capabilities
Stay up close, baby.
of staying up close and doing a ton of damage. You see Sammy 1G in the corner. And Sony and Overpowered doing his best to continue staying in first. But if Chappie and Ninja win this round, Ryan, that starts to change everything in the lobby.
Team 2, Sony and Overpowered. These are the 2 to watch right now. And this is the team that can play spoiler right here. Grimmmz and Prince Danny. These 2 haven't had the best of days. A little bit better than yesterday, I'd say, but still not exactly where they want to be in the standings. And Prince Danny has that legendary flair. You have an opportunity to use that to see where everyone is. And look at this. Sony and Overpowered actually leave the safety of their barn, knowing they have to get towards the circle a little bit more quickly this time.
And you know what? At this point, we have Prince Danny TV and Grimmmz getting spotted out by Sony and Overpowered, and so this means Sony and Overpowered are going to try and poach this. But what this means for Ninja and, of course, Chappie is that they do not have to be in this early fight, and they know exactly what's going on. Ghost Walk as well. Danny with the dodge roll, the concussion bomb, the midair
nice shot.
OP, looking OP, and now finds one more in terms of at least a bit of resistance from Grimmmz, who's still standing, but not yet to fall.
Not yet, but Overpowered fairly low. He's going to need to heal up, as will Sony, but they don't have time because that fog is converging. Grimmmz has the high ground, trying to use the soar to get away, but gets crossed up from the other side. Elimination goes down, and it was Sony who claimed it. Now they are at 7 elims. So Ninja and Chappie still holding that building, won't be able to do so forever.
They will not. They're going to have to move a little bit. And Overpowered and Sony maybe taking the right side here. And Ninja just going outside a little bit.
Has an opportunity now to get an elim and will do so. But that's to keep his attention on Overpowered and Sony. Barricade
nice
goes
shot.
up. Sony going to use that leap to get a better angle. Ninja, remember, no armor potions for him.
Right.
Pretty weak here. He's going to go aggressive.
Yeah, you'd never jump up against assassins. You're just never going to fall down. And now it's up to Chappie, the 2v1. And you know what Sony knows is going to be a problem. Nice Ghost Walk and immunes the charge. And now he's got to go back. Nice blink as well. Can he find Sony? It doesn't look like it's going to be. It seems like Sony and Overpowered are most likely going to take it. And that's going to do it here with round 8. Sony and Overpowered.